Now at 5, we're learning more about the deadly shooting at a synagogue in Poway as the injured rabbi vows not to be driven out by hate. Good evening, everyone. I'm Sarah Donchie.
And I'm Chris Holmstrom. Members of the Chabad of Poway returned today following yesterday's deadly shooting, and the injured rabbi is speaking out about this horrible ordeal.
CBS News' Adrianna Weingold is in Poway now with the details of yesterday's deadly shooting and the new developments today. Adrianna?
Well, it was an extremely emotional day out here as Rabbi Yisrael Goldstein addressed what we all were curious to hear. What was this like to come to face with this gunman? His hands were bandaged. He says that he lost his index finger on his right hand, and doctors are working to save the index finger on his left. For the first time since yesterday's shooting at Congregation Chabad Synagogue in Poway, congregants were allowed back inside their temple as Rabbi Yisrael Goldstein spoke about his terrifying encounter with the 19-year-old gunman.
I turn around and I see a sight that undescribable. Here is a young man standing with a rifle, pointing right at me.
Rabbi Goldstein's good friend and longtime member of his congregation, 60-year-old Lori Gilbert Kay, died protecting him from gunfire. Kay is described as a happy and generous person.
Lori is always thinking beyond herself to other people, and that's how she died.
Kay is survived by her husband Howard and daughter Hannah. 3 other victims were injured in the shooting. All 3 have been treated and released, including Rabbi Goldstein, who was washing his hands when the shots first went off. He came back to the lobby to check on Kay when the gunman fired at him. Rabbi Goldstein lost 1 index finger and has severe injuries to his other hand. Still, he rushed to save children, including his granddaughter, just steps from the gunfire.
My granddaughter, 4.5 years old, sees her grandpa with a bleeding hand, and she sees me screaming and shouting, "Get out, get out." She didn't deserve to see her grandfather like this.
Rabbi Goldstein says the 2 other people injured are 34-year-old Almog Peretz, an Israeli war veteran who took a bullet to the leg while saving children. 8-year-old Noya Dahan is the 4th and youngest victim. Her family moved here from Israel to escape terrorism. She was treated after shrapnel hit her leg and face.
It felt like I had the giantest bruise ever. It was just hurting bad.
The alleged shooter, 19-year-old John Ernest, used a semi-automatic weapon to carry out the attack, but Rabbi Goldstein says the gun jammed, saving countless lives. And a vigil is planned for this evening at Valle Verde Park. A funeral for Lori Gilbert Kay is planned for tomorrow afternoon here at the synagogue. For now, we are live in Poway. Adrianna Weingold, CBS 2 News.